Alright. Hey, Jackie. Oh yeah, there you go. Good. It's working. That's working. I'll give you guys the right view. That's probably the right view, I think. And then let's see. You guys are good here. Good. Alrighty. So today we're going to do hips and hamstrings. Hips and hamstrings because of Paolo had the suggestion to do that. Good morning. In the flesh. In the flesh. People. We're all happy to get out of the house. That's for sure. Did you turn this off or did I turn it off? There, gizmos. Exactly. What's going on there? I think if I turn it down. Oh. Dismiss. Yeah. Still going. No. Oh, no. I didn't try it after yesterday. You know what? It's so funny because I tried to test it out with a client yesterday. Right. After our thing, I thought, oh great, I'll just plug the music in and through Zoom and it'll all work great. Right. And I realized that I didn't have the right plug. So I'm able to get the microphone through so it sounds really good. But then I brought the adapter. But then I realized I can't. I don't know. I was like, wait a second. I need one extra plug because I couldn't feed the sound in, and I wouldn't be able to hear what was going. I don't know. It's just I don't know. It's too TMI. Yeah, exactly right. Exactly. Yeah. Yes. All right. Hips and hamstrings. That's perfect for me because I went for a little run this morning. Let's start standing. Let's go ahead and stand up. And bring your feet about shoulder distance. Bring the palms together. Close your eyes. Relax the shoulders. Blow away any dust bunnies that you brought from your home rug. Palms together. Eyes closed. Relax the shoulders. Start breathing in and out of the nose. Take the first few moments here. Nice deep breath. Set your intention to release some stress, to heal, to strengthen, to manifest, to release or let go of something. Whatever it is for you is the right answer. And from there, drop your head down to your left side. Nice easy neck stretch. Pull that right shoulder down away from the ear. In fact, drop the arms. Reach the right arm down away from you so you stretch the neck a little bit more deeply on your right side. Breathe. And then chin down slightly. Reach the arm forward. Breathing. And then reach the arm back, chin up. Breathe. Back to the center, switch sides, drop the arm, reach the other side, stretch the neck. First moment or two, just breathe with the head over, and then opposite arm away from you. Breathe. Arm forward slightly, chin down. Feel that stretch in the back of the neck. Good. And then chin up, arm back. Breathe. Good. Back to the center. Drop the arm. Make a few circles with the head, one direction. My announcement to those of you that are watching this at home and streaming from the comfort of your own living room. You can donate for this live stream. You can go to 5pointyoga.com, switch the direction of your head rolls. And there's a few ways to do that. You could just pay for your class as if you were going to take a class through Mind Body, or you can send us a little donation, which helps keep our lights on. We're very happy about all the people who've continued to do that during this crazy time. Back to the center, shoulder rolls forward and back. You can also Venmo me directly, Teddy McDonald, and that goes right to the business. So again, thank you from the bottom of my heart for the continued support. It definitely helps. As you can see, we're open, but we're not. We're social distancing and not very crowded, so so it all helps. Opposite direction. And now I have two very heartwarming stories to share. Go ahead and take the arms up. So my friend, I don't think you guys, the three of you, because I know them better than I know you, but interlace the fingertips, take the arms up. I think you know my friends, Mary Beth and Matt. So they adopted a little boy 2.5 years ago. And they didn't adopt him, so they took him in as a foster kid 2.5 years ago. Full to one side, and they had to go back and continue to check to see if they were trying to adopt him, you know. And yesterday they finally, or the 9th or whatever, today's the 12th or something like that. So the 9th they got full confirmation and they've raised the kid since he was 2 days old, you know. And it's such a heart, like the little video, they put a little video together, because every time they'd post on social media, they always had to like have a heart on his face. So they just decided to do it that way. And now they actually, like, it's official, they made the adoption. It's like such a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful story. Yeah. 2.5 years. I think he's local, yeah. I think like inner city situation. Back to the center. Lean back, take a nice big inhale. And then fold down forward as you exhale. And then another dear friend of mine from years and years and years ago just posted that she's pregnant at 46. Yeah, and I know she always, it's her first. I know that she always wanted to have a family, so I'm very happy for her too. If nothing else, life goes on. As crazy as it may be. Hanging forward, breathing deep, grabbing the elbows, dropping the head down, breath smooth. Really letting the back stretch, letting the legs stretch. Good, and then clasp the hands behind you, interlace the fingertips, stretch the shoulders. Good, one more breath. Give it a good stretch. And then release the arms. Take the feet wider than the mat. So wider than the mat here. And then we're gonna bend over to your right. As you bend to the right, keep the left leg straight, both feet facing straight forward, but inner thigh stretch on the left side. So nice inner hip stretch, breathing. Good, and then switch back, other side, same thing. Good, and then back again, first side. Same thing, just really paying attention to the breath, paying attention to the sensations, paying attention to the depth of your stretch. Keep it so that you feel it on the inner thigh here. Then lengthen the upper body and twist and turn up. So right arm up, turn and twist and breathe. Nicole just switched, yeah, there you go. So lengthen the upper body as you twist. And after a moment or two, then drop that back arm, top arm behind your back. And then lengthen the upper body as you twist and breathe. One more breath, give it a good twist. Oh, good. And then switch it. Same thing, other side. Lengthen the upper body, twist and turn, breathe. Once you get into a nice twist, and then drop the arm back behind you, add the shoulder stretch. So lengthen the upper body, keep that left knee bent, so you're stretching the inner thigh on the right, and twist and breathe. Good, one more breath. All right, back to the center. Walk the feet back together. All the way together to the front of your mat. Bend the knees, slowly roll your way up. Abdomen really strong, slowly roll up. Take a nice big inhale, lift the arms up. Fold all the way down forward as you exhale. Extend the spine as you inhale, look forward. Step back to plank, top of a push-up. Hold it here, breathe. Abdomen strong, breath smooth. Good, then lower halfway down chaturanga. Push back up to plank. Halfway down chaturanga. Press back up to plank. 3 more times, lower. Push up, could do that with the knees down, lower. Push up. 1 more, lower. Press up. Good, now definitely drop the knees down. If they're not already, cat and cow tilts. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. 2 more, inhale, exhale. 1 more. Good, back to neutral. Lift the feet side to side. Shoulder and hip together, one side, shoulder and hip together, other side. Keep that going. Good, back to the center. Downward facing dog, tuck the toes, lift the hips, down dog. Take a moment here, right away. Fingers spread, palms flat, breath smooth. Walk the feet a little closer, bend the left leg, push the right heel down, stretch it out. Nice big stretch. And switch sides, same thing. Good, straighten both legs from there. Come up on the toes, walk softly to the hands. First one, extend the spine as you inhale, look forward. Fold as you exhale. Stretch all the way up. Nice big inhale. Hands to the heart. Exhale. So 3 rounds. Sun salutation A. Arms up first when you're ready. Inhale. Folding down forward as you exhale. Extend the spine as you inhale. Look forward. Step back. First one. Lower down. Knees first. And then chest to the floor. Nice easy cobra pose. Take a few moments here. Gentle stretch, shoulders down, feel it out for your body. One more inhale, and then child's pose, just for a second, child's pose. And downward facing dog. Come on up, tuck the toes. Downward facing dog, fingers spread, palms flat, breath smooth. Good. Up on the toes again. Walk or hop forward. Extend the spine as you inhale. Fold as you exhale. All the way up. Nice big inhale. Hands together. Exhale. Arms up. Inhale. Fold down forward as you exhale. Extend that spine as you inhale. Step back or jump. Chaturanga. Upward facing dog, and then downward facing dog. Remember, you can always go all the way to the mat and just take the easier version of the vinyasa if you needed to. Fingers are spread, lift the tailbone, and gently press the thighs back. And then again, up on the toes, walk or hop forward. Extend as you inhale. Fold as you exhale. All the way up, nice big inhale. Hands to the heart, exhale. Arms up again, inhale. Folding down forward, exhale. Extend the spine as you inhale. Step or jump back as you exhale. Lower halfway to chaturanga. Upward facing dog, shoulders pull back, and then if you can, if you want, extra chaturanga, downward facing dog, not necessary. So you got 3 options to do that sequence. Then take the right leg up behind you here. Today, let's open the hip, bend the knee, get a little side stretch. And breathe. Dropping the heel down if you can. Good, one more inhale, and then square the hips, knee to the nose, shoulders over the wrists, abdomen really strong. Lift it back and up. Forward knee to your left side, little twist and squeeze, and then lift it back and up. Forward up to your right side, and back and up. And then all the way forward to the hands. Pause. Stay here. We're going to do about 15 of these. Straighten the front leg, flex the foot, bend the knee, drop the hips down. So inhale, straighten the leg, exhale, bend the knees, drop the hips down. So that's the action. We're just going to change the leg position. So a couple more, right down the middle, straighten the leg, flex the foot, bend the knee, sink the hips. One more like that. And then we're going to externally rotate the leg. So as you come up, you externally rotate, go on the outside of the heel, and then bend the knee, come forward. 4 more. Externally rotate. Bend the knee. So it's a slight change in the hamstring stretch. Outside of the hamstring. 2 more. Good. And then we go internal. So internal rotation inside of the heel. You got to scoot your hips to the right and then bend the knee. So now it's more inside of the hamstring. Tighter usually. A couple more. Good. And then just 2 more down the middle again. So I lied. 17. And then turn the back foot flat down. Come up to warrior 1. Warrior 1. Arms up. Hips forward. Shoulders relaxed. Breath smooth. My hair is now getting so long that I can kind of do that and feel it. Like, it's funny. Ponytail. I know someone said yesterday, man bun. Do the man. I just can't. I'm sorry. I just can't. I can't do the man bun. No. Don't. Clasp the hands back. I do like the little curls back here though, so I'm going to trim it. Let's trim the craziness. Lift the upper body up. Shoulders back. If the Flowbee were still around, I would be fine. I just kind of keep Exactly. Hey, Madison, here, go ahead. Nicole, my daughter, is 4. So that's there. Yeah. So that's her, that's Madison. Problem is, I'd probably be bloody if that happened. I watch her fingers as she touches the iPad or tablet when we learn French, and she's not exactly a steady hand just yet. 1 more breath. And then back up, warrior 1. Inhale. Hands down to the floor. Exhale. Take the leg back. Vinyasa, lower down. Good. Left side when you're ready. So drop the right heel down to sort of solidify that deep stretch. And now take the left leg up. Open the hip, bend the knee, get a nice side stretch. And breathe. Good. 1 more. Inhale. And square the hips. Knee to the nose, shoulders over the wrist, core strength. Lift it back and up. Forward knee to your right side. Twist back and up. Forward up to your left. Back and up. All the way forward to the hands. Pause there again. Approximately 17. Straighten the leg, flex the foot. Bend the knees, sink the hips down. 5 in each direction. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. Let's go 2 more there. Inhale, exhale, inhale, and exhale. And then external rotation. So to roll to the outside of the heel as you straighten the leg, and then bend the knee. Outside of the heel, straighten the leg, bend the knee. Outside of the heel. Really see if you can find the tighter area in your leg, and then breathe into that and stretch. Just 1 more. 1 more, sorry. And then internal rotation. So now inside of the heel, hips gotta move to the left to really get the stretch, unless you're less flexible. So if you're tighter, you're gonna find this right away. But if you're more flexible, then you really gotta search for it. And as you straighten the leg and go internal rotation, move your body across the leg. That'll definitely get it. A couple more. Good. And now down the middle, just noticing the difference. So from the first 5 to these last 2, should definitely feel some more open. Turn the back foot, come on up, warrior 1. Shake out your luxurious hair. And shoulders relaxed. Breathing deeply. And then clasp the hands back behind you. You can interlace the fingertips. Lift the heart up. Draw the shoulders back and down. Take a big inhale. And then fold down as you exhale. Strong back leg. So really strong back leg, bending that front leg, softening and stretching the shoulders, breathing deeply. And then come on back up, warrior one, inhale. Hands to the floor, exhale. Leg back, vinyasa, lower. Upward facing dog, downward facing dog. Pause here, breathe, lift the tailbone up, extend the shoulders. Gently press the thighs back, heels down, and if you can, always the ears are in between the arms. Once in a while you'll drop the shoulders and drop the head, but for the most part, extension and strength. Come up on the toes when you're ready. Walk or lightly hop forward. Extend as you inhale. Look forward. Fold as you exhale. Stretch chair pose. Bend the knees. Reach the arms. Hold it 30 seconds. I don't know what I did yesterday, but I had a client I was doing a fitness class with, like plyo, and my back started to, like for the first time, and for, I don't know, I can't even tell you, almost 20 years. My back, whoa, what's going on there? It's fine today though. You don't have to worry. Sink a little bit lower. One more inhale. And then stand up, bring the hands together at the heart. Exhale, knock on wood. I've been very... Age. Listen, that does not compute. I don't understand. Yeah. Sun salutation B. Let's do a single round, double round, triple round through. So it's a little bit harder flow. Chair pose first. Inhale. Fold down as you exhale. Halfway up as you inhale. Step or hop back as you exhale. Chaturanga. Upward facing dog. I think it was overuse. Down dog. Just strained it a little. Right leg up. Bring it forward. It's fine today though, so we don't have to worry. Warrior one, reach up, inhale. Hands down. Leg back, abdomen strong, vinyasa or not. So as we start to flow through this whole sequence, you can always skip the vinyasa. If you left side, take the leg up, bring it forward. Deep bend in that front leg, reach up, inhale. Hands down, leg back, abdomen strong. Heart opens, shoulders pull back. Down dog, breathe. Externally rotate the shoulders if you can, so bend the arms a little out to the side, bring those bent elbows underneath your body. Push the arms straight, feeling this stretch in between the shoulders, in between the shoulder blades in the back. Then up on the toes again, walk or hop forward. Halfway up as you inhale, fold as you exhale. Chair pose, bend the knees, reach the arms, inhale. Stand, hands together at the heart, exhale. So that was one time through each leg. Now we go 2 times through each leg. So chair pose first, inhale. Follow your breathing. Fold as you exhale. Extend as you inhale. Step or hop back as you exhale. Chaturanga. Heart opens, shoulders back. Down dog, right side first. Take the leg up. Bring it forward. Warrior one, reach up, inhale. Hands down. Take the leg back. Vinyasa. Heart opens. Down dog, left side, take it up. Bring it forward. Warrior one, reaching up, inhale. Hands down. Leg back, lower. Heart opens. Down dog. Right side again. Right leg up. Bring it forward. So we did the left, didn't we?
Yes.
All right, so Wait a second. Vinyasa. My brain skipped a beat. Does that happen with age too? Left leg, take it up, bring it forward. Warrior one. That's right, exactly. Avoiding those brain skips and back injuries and downward facing dog. There we are. Fingers spread, palms flat, breath smooth. Good. Again, up on the toes. Walker lightly hop forward. Halfway up. Inhale, fold as you exhale. Chair pose, bend the knees, reach the arms. Inhale. Stand, hands together at the heart. Exhale. Nice big full breath. And then 3 times through each side. Let's add Navasana. So before this. So chair first, inhale. Navasana, boat pose, sit down. 30 seconds, lift up, abdomen strong. Where's my timer? There we go. So you can start with the legs bent, shoulders down, heart lifts up. If you feel more comfortable, you can straighten the legs. Not necessary to straighten the legs, just do the best you can and breathe. That's halfway so far. Don't strain the back. Five more seconds, maybe lift the legs a little higher, bent or straight. Lift the heart a little bit higher if you can. One more big inhale. And then cross the legs, set the hands, step or jump back. Chaturanga, Vinyasa. Down dog, 3 times through each leg. Right leg up, first time, bring it forward. Warrior one, reach up, inhale. Hands to the floor, exhale. Remember, Vinyasa or not. Anytime you can always skip the Vinyasa if it felt too much. Left side, take it up. Bring it forward. Warrior one. Hands down, leg back. Just a little meditation in motion here. Second round, right leg up. Bring it forward. Inhale deep. Hands down, leg back, Vinyasa. Left side, take it up. Warrior one. Each time feeling a little bit more open. Right leg, take it up, last round. Warrior one. Left side, take it up, bring it forward. Inhale deeply. Hands down, leg back, Vinyasa. Downward facing dog. So you can take child's pose. In fact, let's all just drop to the knees, head down, arms back, child's pose, few breaths. That's the cardio part of the session. From child's pose, you can either stay here if you need a longer rest, or you can interlace the fingers back behind you. Let's do a little shoulder stretch, because all those vinyasas deserve a little extra shoulder stretch. And lift the arms up, come onto the top of the head, rabbit pose. And breathe. As long as this is okay on your neck. Yes, rabbit pose, I guess, because, I mean, if you looked at yourself from the side, your arms could be the ears. You have a fluffy tail. Bushy. Go ahead, release the arms. Come on back up. So keep the toes pointed, sit back onto the heels, so sit up. If there's a big stretch already for your knees or for your quads or for the top of the feet, you can stay there. If you feel like you need a little bit more, you can, or if you can handle a little bit more, lean back, lift the Lift the knees up. Stretch the top of the feet and the shins. And breathe. If that's okay, find a spot that feels pretty good. 80% stretch, and then maybe drop the shoulders back. Push the heart up. Lift the knees and breathe. Good, one more breath. And then come all the way forward down onto the hands and knees. Pick the feet up, roll the ankles for a moment. Let some fresh blood move back into there. And then downward facing dog when you're ready. Tuck the toes, lift the hips. Take an extra moment here, bend your right leg, push the left heel down. I think we missed that stretch on the other side. And then right leg when you're ready, take it up. Bring it all the way forward. Turn the back foot flat, come to warrior one first. And then push the front leg straight today. Hands to the waist. Step the back foot closer, angle it forward. So a request to do hamstrings for Paolo is here. So this is a pretty deep, probably one of the deepest hamstring sequences we do. So keep the hips forward. You have three options with the arms. Hands to the waist, grab your elbows, or palms together, reverse namaste, which looks like that, right? So everybody gets that happening. So that may or may not happen. Just don't break your wrists, forearms, which is exactly how it felt for me in the beginning. So halfway, this is 4 stages. Lift the upper body up, halfway down. Halfway based on the sensations in your hamstrings. So whatever your halfway is. Pause, spread the toes, lift the toes, just the toes. Lengthen the upper body, breathe. Good. And then more, so now you can go kind of to your 75 to 80, maybe even 85%, keeping the front leg straight, get the deeper stretch. A few more breaths. And just release the arms. Support this stretch now with the hands on the floor. Bend your front leg. So you might want to just inch the back leg back a little bit. But when you bend the front leg, what I want you to do is get the lower ribs onto the thigh. So if you can, you got to extend the upper body, lower ribs on the thigh, and then wrap your leg. So the front leg is still bent. Wrapping the leg with your arms. Hold on tight to your elbows or triceps. Keep the upper body and thigh connected as you begin to straighten the leg. Right? So most likely the leg will not straighten. This you just hold here, it isolates the hamstrings. Paolo's having a tough time. realizing they're tighter than you thought they were. Breathe. That's right, exactly. Careful what you ask for, that's right. A few more breaths. Oh, good. Now release the arms and then straighten the leg. So now it's okay if the upper body comes off the thigh, but this here, because of those 3 prior stages, might be the deepest one here. And if you're more flexible, turn your hands back to the back of the foot there, back of your mat, and then drop your head toward the knee and breathe. One more breath before my leg falls off, and then go ahead and release it. Just step the leg back. So slowly step that right leg back. Let's take a little vinyasa, kind of clean the slate. You could make it easy. Lower all the way to the mat. Gentle cobra. Gentle in the back bends after the forward bends. So big forward bend like that. And then a deep back bend sometimes isn't great for your back. And then downward facing dog. Bend the left leg, push the right heel down, solidify that stretch. See if you can keep some of that newfound space. Good, left side. Take the leg up, bring it forward. Turn the back foot flat down, come up to warrior one, and then push the front leg straight. Hands to the waist, step the back foot closer, and then 3 options with the arms, hips, hands on the hips, grab the elbows, or reverse namaste. Namaste. The divinity inside of me bows to or salutes the divinity inside of you. Lift the upper body up and then go halfway down first. Toes spread. Breathe. Good. You can start going a little lower, maybe again 70, 75, 80% of your maximum stretch. Breathe. Let the body naturally follow suit of where your mind thinks you want to go. Just don't force it there angrily. Good. Release the arms from there. And you can start by just bending that front leg, lengthening the torso, getting the lower ribs onto the thigh, and then wrap the arm up and slowly begin to straighten that leg. Feel that stretch. One more breath, give it a good stretch. And then release it. Now straighten the leg, let your body come off, and then just go as deep as you can in a safe, conscious way. Arms back if that's okay for you. And notice which one's tighter. For me, it's this one. This is a tighter leg. And just notice if you're a little bit deeper here. That's interesting. Nothing to do about it. I mean, you can always try to work a little harder on one side than the other, but sometimes a lifetime of major league pitching with your right arm is not going to get your left arm as strong or big, right? So those of you that were lifetime major league pitchers, just know that you're going to be imbalanced a little bit forever. It's okay. One more breath. And then slowly release it. So let go of that stretch. Bend the front leg. Step back. Vinyasa. Gentle, easy. So if you move slow, sometimes the body allows you to go a little deeper. And just being aware of that fact will possibly change your whole practice. Bend your right leg, push the left heel down, give it a nice big stretch. Good, and just to get away from those hamstrings for a moment, go ahead and step forward about halfway onto your mat, kind of a little intermission / detour, and then squat down. So we'll take three stages to squat. So take your feet apart. So middle of your mat, feet wider than your mat, come down on your forearms, bring the forearms to the thighs, gently push the feet in. Nicole, maybe just a little bit wide. Yeah, that's it. And then side to side here. Breathe, stretch. So Paolo, when you go to one side, do you feel it here? When you go as far as you can to one side? Not much. You feel it more in the hips? Yeah. Right. Yeah. So oftentimes, well, I'll tell with this here, the idea is to kind of work the inner thigh and hips, but sometimes people are so flexible that they don't feel it there. So then I say focus on the ankle flexion because that's the next piece that you want. Now, let's walk in a little bit. So now you're sort of half on the mat, half off the mat. Still not really a full squat, but you are going to come down again. And then maybe still, if you can, a little bit side to side this way. All right. Same idea in the practice, which is, you soften, you breathe, you let go, you push a little bit, soften, breathe, let go, push a little bit. But it's not, it's not a 1980s gym mentality where you just push, 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 right? Like that doesn't work so well. Back now all the way in if you can, and then squat down to your full squat. Now you may be able to have the feet mostly straight and be comfortable here for a while. You may have to have the feet pointed out like this, and you may have to have yourself on your toes. So wherever you are, it doesn't matter, just be there and breathe and notice where it's a little bit tighter, whether that's knees, ankles, hips, quads, back, and just breathe into that area. Bring the palms together, sit the upper body up, breathe into that area. We're going to hold here just a few more breaths, and then take a little arm balance if you want. Optional arm balance sequence. Good. So from here, you can stay here and stretch, totally fine. Or if you want arm balance, crow pose, bakasana, any variation you want. So crow to headstand would be fine. Regular crow would be fine. One-legged crow would be fine. So whatever you feel the desire to do. Crow to handstand would be fine. Abdomen stays strong, whatever you do decide. Let's see what my... Oh, that worked better than I thought it would. And then eventually we'll step back. So whether you're still in the squat or in the arm balance, step back or hop back. Gentle, easy, because that squat is a forward bend. And though it might not feel like a forward bend because your body's not down, but your legs and upper body are in a forward bend. Your spine is in a forward bend, so we don't rush into the back bend. From here, take a moment, bend the left leg, push the right heel down, stretch. Hopefully, some of that hamstring space you had before is still there. Switch sides, find your breath. And then right leg, when you're ready, take it up behind you, bring it all the way forward. Stay on the back toes today. Actually, let's drop the back knee down. So let's drop the back knee down, get a little quad stretch. The easiest thing to do is just to sink down here, and we'll be here for 30, 45 seconds. If you can, go deeper. Right hand grabs your left foot. You could double up the back of the mat. This is more quadricep and hip flexor. Dropping that front knee down, breathe. So I'm a total TikTok voyeur. I don't have an account, I just have the app on my phone, which means I'm being tracked apparently. But so I'll scroll through, and sometimes it eats away more than 5 minutes of my life, which I can't stand. When it's more than like a few minutes, I'm like, get me out of this whole rabbit hole. But anyway, I saw this doctor do this stretch, and he's like, this is the best stretch. He's like all in his scrubs, and he's like, this is the best stretch for your back. I do it twice a day for 2 minutes. I was like, all right. Yeah, exactly. Well, in Jackson, oh no, we don't. We do the different one. Do we do this against the wall in Jackson Hole? I think we must have. Maybe not. This is quads and hips, but it opens up your back because of the way the muscles connect. Go ahead now, release that. Come to crescent pose. Tuck the toes, straighten the legs. Come on up. Arms up, shoulders relaxed, breath smooth. Arms out to the side, lift the upper body up, lean back, breathe. Good, one more big inhale, and then lean forward, step up, warrior three. Warrior three, balance for a few moments here. Flexing that back foot, extend the spine forward, arms out to the side, breathe. Good, now start to lift your left hip up. So lifting the left hip up, come into half moon pose, but slowly, 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 if you can, drop that right hand down. And if you had a block, this would be the time to use your block. But drive that back leg back, open up toward the ceiling, and breathe deep. And if you're more flexible, as another little added option, if you want, bend the back leg, reach for the foot. This kind of adds to what we just did, and stretch. If you're taking this variation, it's called Chapasana. It's your quad, it's your hip flexor, your shoulder, your spine, depending on how it works for you. But breathe deep, stay balanced. A few more breaths. Good. Look down, come on back up. This is hard. And then switch arms. Left hand down, right arm up. Oh. Yeah, if you need a little break, bend the legs for a moment. You could even shake out that right leg, which I'm gonna do because my leg is screaming at me at the moment. Go ahead, back into it though. Stand on the right leg, reverse half moon. So lengthen that upper body, drive the back leg back, lift it up and twist. So left hand down, right arm up, heart away from the belly, breathing deeply. So lift the back leg, twist a little more, one more breath. Seated twist. Bend both knees, left knee outside the right foot. And then we're gonna do a twist. And this here, it's 2 stages. First stage, turn to your right, hug this leg in, sit up tall and just hug the leg in. So it's not the full spinal twist yet, we'll get there. But first, for the glute / piriformis, sitting up tall, pulling the knee in. You almost have to find the opposing action, so you have to encourage the hip away from the knee, if that makes sense. It's definitely more active. Good, now lean back, left arm up, hook it across your right thigh and turn and twist. And breathe. Good. One more breath. Give it a good twist. And then counter twist. Legs stay the same. So you just go back the other direction. Gently, easily. Good, and then uncross the legs. Back to Navasana, boat pose. Lean in, this time slightly different. Palms together. Turn to your right side. So 15 seconds here. Heart lifts up, breath smooth. Good, switch sides, same thing. Good, back to the center, one more inhale, lift up, And then cross the legs, set the hands, step or jump back. Chaturanga, gentle back bend, shoulders pull back, and then downward facing dog. Take a moment, bend the left leg, push the right heel down. Breathe into the back of that stretch. Lifting the left leg, bring it all the way forward. Turn the back, nope, drop the back knee. And by the way, I didn't say this last time, Paolo did it, but you can double up the back of your mat if you need more cushion for the back knee. Easiest thing to do, come up, sink forward. If you can, left hand grabs that right foot, square the hips forward. Think between this and the adductors, like inner thighs, the tightest muscles for me. So sinking forward here, breathing deeply. Few more breaths. Just from here, like while you're here, most everybody, at least here, has. See if you can just pull your foot a little closer to your butt. Oh, okay, good. And then release that. Crescent pose first. So come up on the back toes. Crescent pose, arms up, shoulders relaxed, slight engage in the belly. Remember our little teacup, so the hips, you don't want to spill the tea forward or tuck the tailbone too much and spill the tea back. So your hips, pelvis are level if possible, even if that back leg is slightly bent. That's fine. From here, arms out to the side. If you can, you're driving the leg back, stretching that hip flexor. Heart up, you can get a little back bend here. Oh. Breathe. One more inhale. And then lean forward, step up. Warrior 3, pause. Steady on the standing leg. Using the arms for balance to start. Driving the back leg straight, extending the spine forward. Now, after the first few breaths, start to think about that right hip. Open the right hip. Whoa. If you lose the balance, that's okay. But really open the right hip from the pelvis. This pose happens. Then, left hand slowly goes down. And then you can. The hand is really just so that you don't fall. But 98% of the weight, maybe 9, it varies between, 70 to 98%. Sometimes you have to lean into the arm, but most times if you can, just a little touch of the floor. Most of the weight's in the leg. From here, if you wanted that added variation, grabbing that foot. And then stretching. Whoa. Good. Ooh. Good. Release that foot. If you can, right hand down, left arm up. Switch that into reverse half moon. You guys on Instagram, I'm gonna stop and start again, so you get to find us again. Sorry. But that's the way it works. Good. Keep breathing. Those of you in the reverse half moon, just a few more breaths. Lifting that back leg. Turn and twist. Remember, lift the back leg, lengthen the upper body, twist up. One more inhale. And then seated twist. Hands down, bend the knees. Right knee outside the left foot. Turn to your left. 2 stages. First stage, sit up tall. pull down with the hip. So this left hip pulls down and away. At the same time, you pull in then with the knee. Sit up tall and breathe. Good. Leg back, or left arm back, right arm up. Hook it across and twist and turn. Good. One more breath. Oh, and then counter twist, opposite side. Lift the upper body up, turn and twist. Counter, stretch. Good. And then back to the center. One more time, let's have a little bit more kind of traditional exercise. So lean back a little bit. We're going to interlace the fingertips. We're going to go side to side. We're going to do 30, how about we do 30 and 50? So the 30 are medium pace, 1, 2, 3, 4. The 50 are fast, hip to hip. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, like that. So lean back, and if you're feeling stronger for the last 50, keep the legs straight. So just don't strain the back, that's the main thing. Ready? Interlace, and begin. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 10, 7, 8, 9, 20, 1, 2, 3, 6, 7, 8, 9, 30. Now fast. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 20. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 30. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 40. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 50. Lift, cross, set the hands, jump. Chaturanga, easy back bend, upward facing dog, downward facing dog. Well done, everyone. Take a moment, bend the right leg, push the left heel down, big stretch. Good, and then we're gonna go back to low plank. So drop to the knees, drop to the forearms. Let's do 90 seconds, right? So on Saturdays, typically during the week we do a minute, but Saturdays we can go 90 seconds. Let me set my timer. We'll do 3 different variations. Tuck the toes, straighten the legs, start right now. So 90 seconds is a long time. If you just want to hold for 90 seconds, you can do that. If it starts to strain the back, and you drop the hips down and you just feel, oh, it's not good, lift the hips up. Better to be here if you can, because that's still work, still core work. If you're going to do the variations, what we do is we take one leg up 10 seconds for 40 seconds, starting in 3, 2, 1. Right leg up, 10 seconds, hold it. Obviously, you need more core, you need more shoulders, you need more back thigh. Switch legs if you did that. So left leg up, hold it. Abdomen strong, jaw relaxed, breath smooth, fingers relaxed. Switch it again. Same thing, right leg up, hold it. Remember, the world record is 8 hours. Switch sides. Breathing deep. Now, mountain climbers. So right knee to the right tricep, left knee to the left. 20 seconds. Breathe. And dolphin pose. Lift the hips, That's 90 seconds. Push back, really get into the upper back and shoulders here. Good. Look at the hands, and if you can, both hands at the same time, push down and then downward facing dog. Take a moment. We're going to stretch the shoulders in a moment, but bend the left leg, push the right heel down, give it a nice big stretch. In fact, let's take the left leg up, open the hip, and flip your downward facing dog. Push the hips up and stretch. Oh, so a little back bend, a little hip stretch, a little shoulder side stretch. One more breath. Flip it back around. We'll go right to the other side. So right leg goes up. Flip it all the way around. Push the hips up. Breathing deeply. Good, then come on back around, drop to the knees, keep the toes tucked. This time sit up onto the heels, right? So that's what that looks like. Keeping the toes, a foot stretch. Pause here, a couple breaths. Interlace the fingertips, reach the arms forward and then up. If this is too much on the feet, then come up on the knees. It's still gonna be a stretch. But if you can let the upper body weight sit on the heels, that's just deeper for the feet. And then with the shoulders here, lean back slightly. Breathe. Let's take just 3 more breaths. So lift up a little taller. Lean back a little more weight onto the feet. One more inhale. And then slowly come forward again on the exhale. Pick the feet up, wiggle your toes. You're going to go into a little shoulder stretch again. Point the toes back. Sit back onto the heels. Interlace the fingertips. Lift the heart up. Draw the shoulders back and down. Take a big inhale. And onto the head again. Exhale. Paolo's favorite pose. Rabbit pose. And again, that same idea. Soften, surrender, breathe, and then press. Soften, surrender, find space, breathe, and then a little effort. Good. And then release that. Child's pose for a moment. A couple breaths. And then we're going to move into Ustrasana, camel. We're just going to do one of these. Come up onto the knees. Ustrasana, camel pose. Lifting the upper body up. I always start by tucking my toes, just a little easier. Lift the heart up. Shoulders drop down. Chin and head is the last things to go back. So if you can, one side at a time, back to the heel. If not, if that's too much for your back, then don't go all the way back. The last thing you want to do is hurt yourself. So drive the hips forward if it's okay. Lift the heart up, drop the head back and breathe. Expand the lungs. Okay, one side at a time, abdomen strong, protecting your lower back. Come on out, cross the legs, let's lie on the back. I'm not going to do a ton of abs because we already did a bunch of abs, but let's just do 30 times in the yogi bicycle, really just to kind of, release the back a little bit. So you make some circles first. And then go ahead and lift the head up 30 times, not a lot. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. 21. Reach the upper body up. 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 30. Good. Drop the feet. Keep the knees bent. We're going to do just 2 back bends. Just 2 more back bends. Let's all start in bridge. So feet flat, knees bent. Engage the abdomen. Tuck the tailbone. Lift the hips up. Clasp the hands underneath you. And push the hips up. Wiggle the shoulders underneath. So you can stay here, or if you prefer to make this kind of a half bridge, half wheel, you can release the hands, take them back behind you and push up into your full back bend. Still number 1 of 2. So either stick with bridge or come up into a nice full back bend. Oh. Good. Slowly come down, or whichever variation you did. Pause for a couple breaths. Tell you, those back bends are like, reminds me of doing whippets when I was a teenager. You guys, is that a black? Do you remember that? What's that? What's the connection? Whippets? Remember you used to do whippets? Yeah, with the whippet, right. It's just the rush. Just the big rush, right? I get this like big energetic rush through my body from the back bend. See, you're too much of a pro, Kathy. You don't feel that, right? Exactly. You don't feel that. One more back bend bridge if you want. Interlace the fingers underneath. Otherwise, go up. And breathe. Not in my head though, just in my body. I guess it's safer. Actually, I don't guess, I know. Good, one more breath. And then slowly come down. Woo-hoo-hoo. Go ahead and pull the knees in. Circles on the lower back. Yeah, I remember when I learned how to teach yoga, and we were doing, it was my first teacher training, happy baby pose, and we were talking about the intensity of back bends and why that is, and you know, anatomically speaking, your adrenal glands are on top of the kidneys, and so when you go back into that big bend, you could be pushing. I mean, one theory for one teacher was saying you're pushing on the adrenal glands, so there's a lot of adrenaline that goes through your system. But if you're more flexible, like Kathy, maybe it's not that happening, or maybe you don't have adrenal glands, I don't know. Hold the right leg, left leg forward, and then gently pull down, stretch. Good. And then switch sides, same thing, stretch it out. Happy baby pose, you can grab the foot with 2 hands and gently pull down. Good. And then come on back up. Gently give it another tug, pull, stretch. Release the feet. Rock up to a seat, forward and back a few times. Massaging the spine. Your aged spine. I'm never going to use that word. Take the legs wide. So a couple options. If you want to stay with the hip stretching, legs super wide, fold forward. If you want to kick up into handstand, let's just take 2 minutes and do that. So we'll time this stretch, 2.5 minutes. We'll time the stretch so we go down the center for a solid minute and then 30 seconds on each side. And if you're feeling the itch to go upside down, feel free to kick upside down. And just as a little, I'll give you the little thing just in case you're watching this. And the 3 main things that happen in handstand: momentum, kick, and push, or swing and push. So the momentum, you can just imagine there's a wall in front of me, but the momentum is this, right? The shoulders, right? You got to kind of get this momentum going. And then the swing, right? The swing is one leg that kind of kicks up. So a little momentum, swing, right? But then the kick piece is the leg that stays on the floor. So it's all 3 things together: a little momentum, swing, and kick, and then you get up there. And so obviously if you're newer, you're going to work against the wall. If you're not as new and you're working on your balance, then it's so much in your hamstrings. Those of you down the middle, you can go to one side because that's about a minute. So stretch one leg. If you're in the stretch, ooh. So if you're not as new in you're working on your balance in the handstands, it's all about fingertips and abdomen. Once you get the hips above your shoulders, which are then above your wrists, and it's all in the fingertips and abs to be able to just kind of hang and hold and breathe. That's the idea. And those of you down one side, you can go down the other side in that hip stretch. How's the hamstring? Oh, yeah, forward. Good, huh? Did it help a little bit? Good. Yeah. Good. Nice job there, Nicole. Very nice. Yeah, it's good. All right, then go ahead and start to wrap it up. Come back into Baddha Konasana, seated forward bend. Soles of the feet together, knees wide, just lean forward. Short time here, 30 seconds or so. You could make this more active if you felt like you wanted to and just gently push down as you lean forward, or you can just kind of lean forward. Either way would be fine there. I watched a great documentary the other night on, I think it was Amazon Prime, I Am Not Your Negro. You guys seen that? It's so good. So it's basically, let's go to pigeon pose. Swing the leg back. So apparently James Baldwin wrote like a few chapters of a book that he never published. So Samuel Jackson essentially narrates this documentary that these guys put together, and it is so good. And it just it has interviews with James Baldwin and Martin Luther King and Malcolm X, and it's just such a great kind of history of that time period and that era and those 3 guys specifically. It's really, really well worth watching. It was released in 2016 or 18 or something like that. So it's recent, but it's really well done. Pigeon pose, of course, pigeon pose for the outer glute. If you have knee issues and this does not work for your knee, then reclining pigeon is for you. Reclining pigeon is here. All right, this is reclining pigeon, and that's a good hip stretch. So that's your option if regular pigeon does not work. And breathe and stretch. Last couple breaths on this side. And then we'll switch sides. Go ahead and switch sides there. And then there's another thing I started listening to. If you listen to podcasts, it's called Rabbit Hole. My friends Adam, actually, Jackie, Adam, and Rich Roll. So on their podcast, so my friend Adam Skolnick and he and Rich are doing these kind of roll on part of his podcast. And they were talking about this audio series produced by the New York Times. So all you got to do is search on your podcast app for Rabbit Hole. And it's kind of amazing. They talked about it a little bit, and I just listened to the first episode. But it's basically about the algorithm, the YouTube algorithm, and how it causes division. But it's AI, right? So the purpose behind it was never, initially it was to get clicks. But then so they interview the guy, a French guy, who actually created the algorithm, right? And they interview a kid who spent 10 to 12 hours on YouTube just like clicking the next video and clicking the next video and like changed his life, but then went down this crazy rabbit hole, right? Like and they were talking about the, what happens to your cortisol levels as you keep clicking and all this sort of stuff. It's pretty fascinating. The podcast is really well done. Yeah. Yeah, you think that you're in control, and there's other people that are really trying to just control our every move. We are influenced by machine learning, whether we realize it or not. A few more breaths on this side. All right, and then come on up and bring the legs forward. That's why it's really important to meditate, really important to practice yoga, really important to spend some time in nature. Butt out to the side, flex the feet, reach the arms up, and fold down forward. Oh yeah, it's funny, right? They're hysterical. Oh, it's so funny. That's right.
It's produced and I think partly written by Will Ferrell.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. That's right. Go ahead now. Roll up, roll back, plow, and shoulder stand. Only if that's okay on your neck. If not, then you stay in the forward bend. And then, if it's okay, you support your back and take the legs up. Yeah, that's a funny show. Speaking of a rabbit hole, they go down deep, boy. Good. Flex the feet. Legs wide, few breaths. Bend the knees, soles of the feet together. And then back up from there. We'll come down, do our final twist. If you're still in the forward bend, just go ahead and roll back. We'll do our final twist and then Shavasana. Pull that right knee into the chest. Give it a really big squeeze in and roll to the left side. All right. After Shavasana, I'll be able to go about my day feeling like a normal human being. Switch sides. That's the power of yoga. It just makes me feel normal. Switching sides in that twist. Good. All right, and then back to the center. Shavasana. Shavasana, final rest. Feet flop open, arms down, out to the side, eyes closed. Take a solid 5 minutes here. So take a big cleansing breath. Deep inhale. And exhale. Totally relax. Now go ahead and slowly start to shift gears. You can bring your left hand to your heart center, right hand to your belly. Pause for a moment. A little nurturing, a little grounding. And then go ahead and bend the knees, roll to your right side, take your time. And then make your way up to a seat, comfortable seat. Sit up nice and tall. Palms up, eyes closed. A few moments here. Just reconnecting mind, body, breath, spirit, energy, all together as one whole being, right? Connected to one grand universe. And just really honing that sense of connectedness and peace and joy and contentment inside. So that's the place that we want to nurture and grow, so that when we do get thrown off balance, when we come back, it's just a little easier to come back. There's a safe place to come back to. Go ahead and bring the palms together at the heart. Take a moment of gratitude. Gratitude for every breath. Namaste. Excellent, you guys. Thank you very much for showing up in real life. 102, class number 102, stream number 102. Thank you very much, you guys, for showing up at home. Stay safe, stay healthy. Donate for your class if you can. Donate to your local business. I heard another story of this friend of mine's husband has an office downtown, and the jeweler that he's been going to for years and years and years and years is just not going to be able to, he just has no business, and the landlord won't give him a break, and he's not going to be able to be in business. So that's happening a lot on a regular basis. So do what you can, if you can, of course, and support your local businesses, because it's just, I think, beginning to start to see what the future is going to bring. So anyway, stay safe, stay healthy. And we'll see you no, I'm off tomorrow. See you Monday morning.
Thank you, Ted. Thank you, class.
You're welcome. Thank you, Paolo.